Hey everyone, welcome back to Folks at Time for our season one finale. This week we have some guests with us. This is Zach and Bobby, real good friends, listeners every week.
Probably our most loyal listeners,
Probably so, yeah. There's no problem. But this week we're doing a dinner party to celebrate making it through one season and the people that stuck with us along the way. So let's go ahead and get into the first course. Bo, you want to go with the wines?
Yes. So this evening, guys, we're going to start off with the tulip glass. This is going to be a non-vintaged Grand Cru Blanc de Blanc. So the white of white grapes. It's 100% Chardonnay,
And non-vintage basically just means
if I'm not mistaken.
a
You're right.
year. And why is that though? It doesn't have a year because it can be from different.
Yeah, they're pulling the grapes from all
Yeah. That's
different
a-
places in the region. You know, it doesn't come from a specific. Well, the Grand Cru sets that aside.
Yeah, but this is
So this would be something. So La Menzel
Mhm.
or La Manel is kind of how they pronounce it. That's a specific place. So Grand Cru speaks to the quality. Yeah, the quality of the grapes that are picked. These are the highest quality grapes. These are the best grapes, almost.
well,
Non-vintage. Maybe I'm not as well rounded on the non-vintage part, but I could tell you for sure this comes from one specific place. And I've had this wine before. I had it in a bigger version, in a vintage version. I have, what is it? Is it the 14? Yeah, I have the 2014 La Menzel Grand Cru in the cellar. But that one expresses a bigger difference than this one.
So what's the place that it comes from?
It's La Menzel in Champagne,
that's
France.
the vineyard.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the actual plot of the vineyard. that
Yes,
it
the
comes from.
place. Yeah.
So
And we paired it with a few different things. I actually only cooked. I say cooked the first dish, which is basically a caviar creme fraiche, and I made this. A bunch of people see it as charcuterie nachos almost. It's some truffle chips, Parmesan cheese, some prosciutto, and yeah, it pairs really well with the caviar. I'm sorry, and the creme fraiche. And then we asked our special guest to bring a savory puff pastry. So, what did y'all prepare for us?
So that is just puff pastry with mushroom and onion and like a little garlic butter sauce, and then topped with shredded Parmesan and shredded Gruyere cheese.
awesome.
Ooh.
It has to be
I'm excited about those.
it was great.
So now is stop being so technical and talking, and let's start pairing.
I want to
Okay.
bump
Whatever
one
one
caviar above me.
Yeah. That's that.
Think, oh, you want
We
the
had a
whole
little
thing?
bump when we walked in, and that was fun.
Caviar
I
bump.
think it's great.
Okay, so we're passing around.
Yeah.
That's
I think we're all
Yeah,
gonna take
you don't
one.
have to.
okay. Okay. Let's do
You
that.
don't have to.
I think we should all start with a good caviar.
Then
guys.
we'll go with the champagne after.
Yes.
Blanc de Blanc.
The champagne,
It is champagne though.
the mineral in there and the good acidity should help with the saltiness.
Yeah.
From the caviar.
Well, that's a big
Yeah,
bump.
it's good.
Yeah, that is I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Taste it.
Yeah, sip, taste, sip.
Okay.
What do you go?
Do we cheers? Do we?
Yeah. Okay. So and then you chase it with the caviar with the champagne.
Yes.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Knuckles and glass.
Okay. Okay.
Ah, I
Okay,
like
show me the
that.
swirl technique that you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, see that.
Okay, what's the wrist action?
So,
How dexterous do I need to be?
all you're trying to do, so if you smell it, like we can do it with this one, like sitting flat on the table. If you smell it just like this,
Mhm.
and then you coat your glass. So that's all it's not really a technique. It's just making sure the wine kind of gets surrounded.
So I'll go slow.
So yeah, you want to like
It's now
you don't want to move your whole arm. You really just want to spin
Just
your
a little
wrist.
Uh,
How they say that? It's all in the wrist.
yeah, like you're doing it so quickly.
And there's not wrong with it. Like I've seen people like go on the table and like
Oh, yeah.
And what's the effect? What does that do
so
for
it
the wine?
makes your aromas more pronounced. Like you can smell it a little better. It's easier to kind of
It's
figure out.
closer to your nose.
But
It coats the glass too. So when it coats the glass, it's not as concentrated.
so that's kind of going to be that kind of hints to like what we're doing.
Oh, I think I got a little technique going.
Mhm.
I think we want to go back to the basics for season 2 and kind of talk about how do you look at a wine, how do you try it, how do you smell it, what does that mean? You know, whenever you do those things like the legs of the wine, people talk about it too. But I think it's confusing, and especially we skipped a few steps. We were just so excited and we wanted to talk about certain bottles, but I think
Yeah.
it's worth knowing because we have to learn all these things too, right? I mean, we didn't just start here. We learned different things.
No, I think you did a good job, like going where you are and then meeting people where they are too, and explaining things really well.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we really enjoyed listening to this season. So
And it made us want to like.
yeah, we were like, we can do this too.
I mean, we learned from other people, and we didn't.
Yeah,
Bo,
that's like,
and
Other people.
and most people, but like we wouldn't know the things we know now if it weren't for them sharing wines with us. So I'm feeling there's probably one tonight that y'all might not like, just because I know it's not your style. But I'm excited. Oh, can you pass me one of those shit? Can you assemble one of those and pass it down for me? I want to try it.
Oh, dude, you know how much
Work.
I was trying to do it so
You can't do it?
delicately and
No,
everything.
just-
No, I got it, and it was very good.
Yeah.
Because you know how I'm sorry, guys. I'm a chicken tender and fried type of guy. So
We've introduced him to new food. He's introduced us to
Every
new
single
wine.
time those came, like the introduce.
I feel like everyone can pair well with chicken tenders and fries, though. Like that's
Oh,
a sweet spot.
okay,
Really, this one.
you know what else? You know what else goes with chicken tenders? Caviar and champagne. So if y'all ever see us do a a fried chicken tender and
I was like, y'all have a season 2 episode already. Okay.
Maybe we need to do that. We can do chicken tendies.
yeah, we could do a separate episode.
Like the parents can drink the wine and
You know.
chicken
Yeah.
tenders.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
some kids. We can bring.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not sure if that's enough for you. So, I do have a question to pose to y'all. What was one of the biggest takeaways that you took from season 1?
Okay, so I was just telling Kay this earlier. I particularly enjoyed when y'all discussed the different types of glasses. Because it's never something I thought about, but it's definitely something I prefer. So like when we go out to restaurants and we order different cocktails, I love whenever the menu has a picture of the cocktail next to it because that really, like it really makes a difference. Yeah, it's no, but it's like the vibe that I want helps me order because I like those titty glasses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the big round
Our
ones.
content doesn't come in that glass. I'm always very disappointed. So when y'all talked about the different glasses, I was like, I never thought about that, but it makes a difference. And when we come over and have dinner with you guys and things like that, I do always feel like the glass itself really elevates the experience.
Well, speaking of,
Yeah,
it's
those are like Riesling and champagne
that's the
glasses.
champagne glass.
It's because it's skinnier. Because of a.
It's made to keep the. I don't know the engineering on it, but it's
Yeah,
made to
there's
keep
some
the,
science
the
engineering
freshness
aspect.
of the wine with the bubbles constantly going.
But if you look at Chase's glass, those bubbles are still like it's a really close, but they're still going. And I think if you would put it in something, I mean, we could have done an experiment, but if it goes into here, I don't think it would be as bubbly from
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I'm not an engineering degree or anything.
Well, I mean, you kind of said what I was going to say. It made me
dang.
think of.
I know we talked a lot about it.
It made me conscious of it after that when we were pouring wine into our, plastic that has a dinosaur on it. I was like, maybe we're not having the right kind of this.
Maybe that's the reason it's correct.
Yeah, when we were doing our homework.
Or whenever you're doing shit out of the bottle.
Yeah,
While the
well,
game's not
yeah.
going.
That shit's on.
Glass. Yeah, that's
We
No,
did.
but I did like I do like hearing like the technical
Mhm.
terms. That's the most fun for me because like when we listen to it together, it's like, all right, let's pause it. Let's look that up.
Like the tannins. And,
Yes, yeah.
My favorite too was when you guys, like, I know that this is a wine thing, but when you personify wine, you're like, oh, she's a little sassy.
She needed time to get ready.
That is
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like, but it's true.
It's true. And I have to like, I don't know. And but yeah, because a lot of things in my life, but like it's with wine, it's like, yeah, this makes it more approachable. This is like, it's a she or it's a him, masculine, feminine. And I
Yeah,
don't really
well,
understand
it's more
that with
approachable.
wine.
Sure.
You know,
But you only find it in
Yeah.
certain
It's like-
wines.
Right.
I don't know, there's different types of wine. Like you'll hear some master sommeliers that we listen to every now and then describe wine as this a masculine, a feminine wine. And I just never knew. I was like, is that for only guys to order? I didn't think so. But what does that mean? You know, so it's interesting. But
So what does that mean?
so
What would you say is a masculine wine?
so I
The one that's with the main course side, the masculine.
yeah, I
The
know
Bordeaux?
Mhm.
Okay.
But they're,
Yeah.
they're all,
I can see that.
they're Bordeaux.
Yeah. Oh, spicy.
It's like those types of things that you think are all like
Sure.
To be like a leathery flavor
Ones
or
that-
something like that.
Yeah.
So like, a Bordeaux from Bordeaux
Lunch.
is going to be, most of them are going to be a little bit more feminine because that's a lot more perfumey and floral and
That's a
whatever. So they're almost,
that's a she.
the best way to describe them is sexy, almost. Like it's seductive.
So I like to speak to Burgundy. So
That too.
my comparison on masculine and feminine is so for masculine it would be Bordeaux, and then feminine is more Burgundy. There's more elegance. There's more finesse. There's an opulence to it. There's this complexity that you find a lot of the time in women. You know.
And like the masculine ones are very straightforward.
I mean,
Like they're like one note, like
Yeah.
can't multitask. Yeah, got it. Sorry.
He's like,
I like it.
oh man.
But those old wines, yeah, they'll start to act stubborn.
Mhm.
Yeah, like that one. It's been open for 6 hours and it's still sitting in the bottle.
Okay, so good question. So I don't know if this is on topic, but like when would that one be at its prime time?
As far as
Like how many hours?
opening the bottle with hours,
Yeah.
it's something you really got to test out because, like, I opened it at 11 and I
And just keep trying.
I just like I took a little sip.
Used to just go all day.
What it tastes like now, as opposed to what it tasted like when I first opened it up, is completely different.
Okay.
I have a question. As y'all are like learning more about it, do you feel that you could really identify the differences
The difference is,
Yeah.
I'm
for things like that?
I'm really bad at like I can identify differences and I can see what I like and what I don't like about it, but I'm really bad at, which is Kay's strong suit, is I get dark cherries or something like that. I get fruit.
Great.
Yeah.
He's better at like the structure and those
Yeah.
types of things. And like the can time and like how long you're supposed to keep it open and when you serve it. I've had them both ways. Like I've seen like Vivinos like that I use on all the bottles that I've drank. I rate them and Vivino knows me. So because they'll tell me like this is a 97% match for you. Normally I like it. So like I've been rating the ones that I've
Yeah.
tried, which is helpful. Because it's like, and I mean I'm keeping a journal, which I'm almost finished with this journal. But it's like I'm trying to make myself like, what am I tasting? What am I like? I'm trying to pull that out
Mhm.
because I feel like for the longest I'm like, this wine is good, and that was it, right? There's nothing
Right.
else to it. But it was just like, okay, when I go to a store now, I feel a little bit more confident. Say like, will I like this wine? Will I not?
Mhm.
Where is it from? I know that sounds all like semantics, but it's not. Like if I'm going to spend money on wine, I'd much rather enjoy it than. And I mean, I've tried things that I don't enjoy, but at least I tried it. I can
You
check
didn't
out the
think
list.
you could
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Just y'all know
You
I
did.
don't like bubbles. But
Well, yeah. And I know you guys decant a lot. And I remember you saying you pop and pour pretty frequently. So tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so popping and pouring, the reason why I do it is just because I don't have the time.
Okay.
Nor do we want to give it the time. It takes a lot of preparation, almost like to compare like Chasing K setting up this evening and y'all getting y'all's dish ready for this evening. It's the same thing. It takes X amount of time for certain bottles that come from certain places. Sometimes we just don't have that time, but we're in the mood to drink that specific wine. So, I tasted mostly Old World ever since I started. I was strictly Old World. I skipped over New World for the most part.
What's the difference? What is we're going to do? Is that
It's
We had the
basically
Bordeaux versus
Bordeaux,
Napa.
New World.
Yeah,
New
basically.
World
Okay.
is
Basically
American
US.
Australia.
US.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah.
And I mean, most people, I'm going to say, maybe it's a broad category, but in South Louisiana, a lot of us tend more to go towards Napa Cab. It's more accessible.
Is it cheaper versus more pricey?
Honestly, no.
Yeah.
And that's been the
Okay.
biggest
It becomes
we had misconception. Like, there's some really, really great, like, red wines that if I was looking at the same type of quality from Napa Valley versus Bordeaux, it's probably
it's a quarter of the price.
But yeah, Bordeaux's a lot cheaper. So it does help whenever you're looking at that too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a totally different style. And I mean, they've been doing this for such not as long. Like, I mean, this goes back, I don't know how long. And
Yeah.
French winemaking, it goes back so much. And then Napa's just came on the map. It's not,
Right.
it hasn't been there very long. So it's just a
is that like
different
the 70s or something?
Yeah, I think it's like the
60s.
60s.
Yeah, I remember y'all saying that.
They had vines there before that, but they never became reputable, I guess, until somewhere around the late
And
late
it's a lot of like
60s.
mass production, right? And
Yeah. So it was interesting to see that. But another thing about America, they brought
aggressive American
there to Europe, and it destroyed millions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like on accident?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was an accident.
yeah, because you can't see them. These are
It was like parasites?
yeah, it's parasites that are like way down in the roots. So they even tried to like flush them and everything. But Cab over here is disease resistant to that.
Interesting.
So
So like chemically disease resistant? Like
Yeah.
is that by engineering
I
design?
mean, no, it's just by the
The evolution
plants.
of-
Yeah, the plant's
yeah.
natural
Yeah.
evolution over time.
Mhm.
So then they started to take roots and vines from here, planting them back in France because their phylloxera resistant, and then they graft all of the French grapes back into it to get the all of the backing towards it.
So is there like drama?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't got that far into it, but if I had to guess, I'm sure there is because it just killed off a lot of the the old vines. Old vines produce some of the best wines, but they could not survive.
Do you guys have a preference from Old World and New World?
I'm
Old World.
It's just, it's more complex.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more to it. It's not as just straightforward and this is it.
And I think that, yeah. think
I
the
started
cool
Old
thing about
World
these
and-
winemakers too is like,
still Old World. I'm probably gonna die Old
they
World.
just, like whenever we went to the wineries in Napa, we've been to Napa before. Yeah. I know, we're saying every episode, they're probably on Zach and Bobby made a bingo card for our episode. But so they're farmers, like they just love their product so much. They're so passionate about it, and this is what they have to like baby their crops and make the best wine. And then their winemaker just get into this is the product that the grapes are in, and then it's like an art. Like so, I think the whole process is so interesting to me because like there can be years. I mean, I'm growing a little vegetable garden, and it was terrible. But guess what? I just harvest my tomatoes and I'm done. I don't have to worry about after products with this, right? So they just have so much riding on it, and that hey, this is my thing for the year. I have to make something with it, right? So it puts a lot of pressure on the winemaker. It puts a lot of pressure on the farmers. But like, I think it's just such a unique kind of area. That it's cool to see what they bring to the table and the way they kind of make the wine. But I don't know, it's just. I think the winemakers they're like, are they beefing between each other? They might be, but like they're like, hey, this is
Well,
what
tell you,
and I'm going to show you what I
They're
can
so
do
passionate
and bring to
about
the
it.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really cool to see
I mean,
that.
we're going for it in October. We'll ask them.
Well, I mean, but you also have, French winemakers that come and make wine in the U.S. So they
Right.
they go and work for all the wineries. That's why you'll find California has Bardo style blends
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
because they're using, theoretically the same grapes.
Same process.
Yeah, mostly the percentages for the theoretical part, but they try to mimic that
Mhm.
style, but you can't truly mimic it because you can't take their terroir.
Yeah. So we can all coexist.
Yes. There- Like we said, it's a lot of times there's a wine for every occasion. Like they all fit in somewhere. Which leads me to my next point. We have almost skipped over one of
Drinking too much.
our favorite bottles. Can you put it on camera when it's right behind you? Just so the fans can see that.
Yeah.
It's impressive. And
Oh, gosh.
Like, I'm gonna hold this up like a fish, guys. So, like,
the standard size bottle.
no, that's a Magnum of 2020 from Gold Capsule, which is a Riesling from Mosel, Germany. It's a very sweet wine. How do you like it? Compared to the homework that we gave y'all to test out,
That's the best one.
that's the best one. Okay.
That is what I like.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go for
Sweet. It's
this
not like
again. Give it a try.
overpowering sweet. It's not too bubbly like I really like this the Blanc
Yeah.
Blanc because I do like the bubble
Mhm.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, this would be like
Yeah.
the go-to. Yeah.
That makes sense to me because I think like your favorite fruits are like peach, pear, like those types of like.
You get that in all of it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Mhm.
So, the fun fact about this one, no, I'm just we talked about this earlier, but the fun fact about this one is that bottle is an infant right now. It'll age for another 50 years. And
You think it would taste
it'll just get better. So, some of the fruits that you're getting in it will become more like a dry fruit, more concentrated kind of.
Okay.
They'll
Like
start
an apricot.
Yeah, and will start to almost fall off.
Like this is
Okay.
like fresh fruit, and then you'll start getting like dry stuff.
And then a little bit of the, I don't know, what would you see in this one later on?
I would say,
I think secondary for Riesling or
you get the thicker notes, mostly.
the creaminess. Kind of.
Yeah, I would say, maybe something like honeycomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your viscosity will become thicker.
That's what happens as it gets older.
The sugar becomes more concentrated, so it will become sweeter over time
The sugar's keeping
as well. Yeah.
So kind of like the dessert wine I sent you home with, like not to that point, but it's going to get more like richer.
Yeah, try that.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
No, try it with the Riesling.
Oh, can you pass one?
Mm-hmm.
You like it with the?
I do.
That's why we did 2 wines for this. I want to know if you liked it better with the Riesling or with the bones.
I feel like this would be like fun to sit by the pool or,
Yeah.
it's definitely a good summer wine.
I agree. This
But probably also a good fall wine. Like
Yeah.
I can also imagine like sitting on the porch watching leaves fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that we get any of that in
No.
Louisiana, but like,
But
I'm
in,
using my imagination.
in the Lala, while you're walking around the neighborhood pushing the flag.
Yeah.
Splash pad, yeah.
I mean, I think it's.
Does it, so I'm going to guess the salinity kind of goes well with it.
Yeah, I would say the mineral goes well, and the sweetness kind of helps with the fish.
the salty.
I don't want to
Hey, would you
blow
like a
up your
piece?
spot here, but
No,
what does one of those bottles cost?
that one. So the reason that we're drinking that is because I got that at auction for a steal compared to what it should be.
Okay.
I paid $100 for that bottle.
Can we guess?
When do you go to
What the-
auctions?
I can go to anyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
Actual price, MSRP. Go ahead,
Okay,
you
so
go
what's a
first.
steal? Okay, so
That was a
I'll start at 500 because I have no concept of cost. So,
You're actually really close.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm gonna say 650.
oh, Zach's really good at the prices, right?
550, 600.
You got it. I went over.
And it's main. So a bottle of that, a regular bottle of that, costs about $250, $260, and then that's 2 bottles, and it ages better because it's in a large format. So
Let's slow down.
Right. Oh, no.
It's like that.
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, we're going to the first box.
Sure.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick second to thank y'all for listening along with us. Every like, comment, and subscription genuinely helps us keep opening and showcasing these incredible wines. Everything we do here at Talk Sip Time is about introducing y'all to great wine in a way that feels approachable and fun and not intimidating. As we continue to grow, we're excited to keep bringing you these new bottles, new regions, and new experiences every week. So if there's a bottle, region, varietal, or pairing you'd like to see us explore, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your suggestion in the comments. We'll do our best to feature it on a future episode. Thanks.
All right, we're back. Bo, give us the wine for this
All right, guys. So we are having 2010 Favely Merceau. It's a Premier Cru from Charms. You can see the viscosity is pretty thick. It has a yellowish straw color. That just comes from the age mostly. The viscosity is pretty thick. But you should get like hazelnut, minerals, some easy creamy notes.
Okay,
I like that.
you do.
Mm-hmm. It's very like creamy,
You like that one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really like that one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
like the hazelnut I get. But you don't.
Yeah. That's surprising.
Okay, so this is a little older. But you don't really get a lot of fruit, right? Like you get like maybe a little bit, but you get more of the oakiness, the cream, those types of things. So it's not really
Mm-hmm.
secondary, not the fruit.
And we have it served with a brown butter Parmesan truffle pasta,
Ah,
Okay.
which
Australian winter truffle, black winter truffle.
Where do you get those
I had to order them.
from? Like, how do you get them? Like, maybe you can't say where you ordered them from, but
No, I ordered from Morphe's,
okay.
which is where we got the caviar from. They do like what's the word I'm looking for?
Okay.
Fine dining.
Yeah, kind of. You like it? Does it?
And I had it with a complete shaving.
Does it pair well?
I think it does.
You can't go wrong with the truffle.
I find the truffle's a little bit muted just because
I
it's.
think this sauce is bearing over it a little bit,
I
and
think.
yeah, but the brown butter in this champagne should go. I mean, not the champagne. I'm sorry. The Chardonnay should go well.
I'm interested about the truffle with the champagne though. Everything else goes good, but the truffle, I want to try it before
I
I
done
say
kicked
no.
off some.
I'm not getting much of the truffle, honestly.
I think the brown butter a little overpowers it a little bit, but that's pretty good.
But
I think it's.
I
really what it
still get all of the mineral from the wine.
I really like that. That's our first like semi-mature white bourbon.
White wine, yeah. I mean, we did try this is off camera, but we did try a white Hermitage yesterday from
Oh,
1997.
that's true, we did.
But it was, it's not that good. It just
was that a bottle full?
Yeah, maybe so. She said that she's had a lot of problems with that wine before when she tried to have it. I think she bought like maybe 8 or so. She had 2 or 3 that drank good, and then the next 4 didn't drink good.
And what does that mean? Tell me more about that.
Yes, ask those questions. That's what we need.
So flaws or wines that are bad can come from a multitude of different things. So it could come from oxidation. It could come from
Improper storage.
Yeah, improper storage. It could come from a corking process.
Mhm.
It could come from bottling process. Wines can get cooked. So when heat exposure to the wine is too much, it'll warm up the inside of the bottle and it'll continue
Mhm.
to ferment and just break down the wine.
Another thing that people don't really realize is light pollution.
Yeah, light
Like
light
UV light
pollution
will
is
kill a
a
bottle.
thing.
Mm.
Or you can just have a wine that needs to be open sooner and you just held on to it too long.
See, like, how do you know that?
Well, if you know what vinegar smells like, I promise you will be able to pick out.
But how do you know when you should open?
We have apps like
So,
we just
yeah.
an app,
Like,
and
Vivino is one of them. Like, you can Google it. And I will tell you, like,
it's not always right.
you go back and forth between different ones. Like, Chase has one app that he uses. I think it's Cellar
Cellar Tracker.
Inventory.
Inventory.
Oh.
There's Cellar Tracker, there's Vivino. All of them have different things. So you just kind of,
I learned mine from tasting and actually like reading the books and some producers and some places can produce longevity in wines that statistics does not match with.
Mhm.
You know,
What-
we've had bottles that we drink outside its
that were
drinking
past
window.
its time.
Oh yeah, it's
They
And
call
they're
it a
great.
drinking window in some apps.
you. But to answer your question, people that like really know what they're doing when they're tasting, they can look at the structure of the wine. If it's high tannin, high acidity, a couple other of the things about structure, you can tell that that wine's going to last a good while. Because what happens is, if it's high tannin, high acidity, they kind of cancel each other out as it gets older. And when those are gone, then the wine's really not much good anymore.
Mhm.
But like we have a bottle from 1970 that's phenomenal.
So I have a question about the pasta.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, why the choice with the truffle and the type of sauce you have for this wine? Like, what about this wine makes this a purposeful pairing?
So Merceau is known for having a little bit more earthy Chardonnays. So to play on that, I wanted a little bit of the funk of the Parmesan cheese. I wanted the truffle, the kind of mushroomy,
Mhm.
earthy
Mhm.
texture, taste of the truffle. Also, the fact I picked this dish first and then picked the wine off of it because I know Kay loves truffle, so I wanted to do something for her.
And what exactly is the pasta?
Tagliatelle. Basically, just a smaller fettuccine.
With just a Parmesan?
It's
and-
like I literally browned butter, threw the cooked al dente pasta into it,
Mhm.
Parmesan cheese, and pasta water, and mix it up.
It's delicious.
It's very
It's
good.
very good.
It's very simple. We're both Italian, so it's
I mean, why eat out?
yeah.
I mean,
No, I think it goes really well with the.
yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
Okay.
And Chase
Being
did all the
paid.
pairings. Let me say that. So I normally do the pairings. Chase did all the pairings, and I just did the caviar side dish. So basically what I did.
I like that.
yeah,
Well-
it's really good.
So for the viewers, and I don't know if Zach and Bobby know, but me and Kay talked about doing a little something as an experiment. So I put mine to the side.
Okay. You want to try it with the red? Okay, I love that.
Actually, have one. I'll do it with the.
I have a truffle as well.
We're gonna do it with the red.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Y'all are saving it?
So-
Yeah, I
I'll
just
say,
wanted.
okay.
So context for the viewers: me and Kay, we always like to do side experiments. We'll hang on to glasses and different things like that, or we'll try odd pairings and stuff, and just see what works and what doesn't. So, we were brainstorming the other night while we were drinking, and she was like, "Hey,
That was such a great story.
yeah." Well, it really just fumbles from there.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Hey, what if we try one solid truffle shaving with the red.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we're slapping earth on earth. So,
Might as well try it.
yeah.
I will say, like a lot of the Bordeaux that I get, like if I
Yeah.
see that there's a black pepper, white pepper, truffle note, I'm gonna like it. That's just my flavor palette. I've known that just by tasting enough. So like, I'm curious to see. Now, truffle would be a hard pairing with a red wine. I think you'd have to go maybe with like a darker meat, darker sauce.
I almost did truffle mashed potatoes.
So
Mm.
what's the rule
Well, I feel
with
like
the
the Gruyere
pairing?
bites would
Like,
be
do
good.
you want similar like flavor profiles, or do you want to go like light with dark?
Sometimes you want to go opposing. Sometimes you want to
So like,
complement.
the best way I can explain, like the Riesling we had earlier, we had a Riesling from JJ Prune. It was a different region, but we basically did it with a pad thai. So that sweet with spicy,
Mhm.
it was beautiful.
Just-
So it's opposing, right? So like these are complementary. So like that goes into tasting. And I've said I wanted to do this on the podcast. The boys are not really a fan, but like there's different like cheese board elements, right? Like you have your hard cheeses, your soft cheeses, your meats, things like that. And basically the idea is to try a glass of wine with everything on there
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
to see what works, see what doesn't. And you're not wrong. Like if you really like it, you're not wrong. It's just some of them complement, some of them oppose, and it makes the wine different. So it's always fun to kind of go back and forth just between, different things and try different things.
So, as it's warming up, are you seeing the shift?
Mhm. Yeah, it's
It's showing true expression.
So whenever we took this wine out the fridge, whenever y'all smelled it, you really couldn't smell much, right?
good
And
muted.
you're probably like, I can't smell
Okay, let me smell it
anything.
again.
But try to like smell it now.
Okay.
And like coat your glass.
This was a very, very good wine.
Thank you.
But you
That was
get
a shock
notice
loss
you
on
get
this
more
one.
fruit than you did at
Mhm.
first. 'Cause in like wine temperature, I mean, I don't know exactly what this temperature is.
I felt like I smelled more.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I
smelled
crazy?
more?
I felt like I smelled more and it didn't taste like it smelled. So now that I've tasted a lot of them,
Yeah.
smelling less. To me, it kind of smelled musty,
Okay.
but it tastes really sweet and it's smooth.
Do you get more fruit now?
Yeah?
I feel like it tastes a little drier than the first one for sure.
Mhm.
Like not as fruity, It kind of has like a strong.
Well, the Riesling was so sweet.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was very sweet.
I'm glad that you said it like that because most people don't know that dry is not a sensation. It's when you're describing wine. It's no. He said it right. He said it right. It's
Don't laugh.
it's not the drying sensation that you get is the tannins that we've talked about.
Mhm. The loose ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dry to sweet on a scale. So this is a drier white wine.
Mhm.
And I mean, yeah. The dryness probably
I don't know.
it goes to
You
the
like it?
sweetness of the wine. So like you're dry, like whenever I write my little wine journal, it's like bone dry to very, very sweet. Like that's kind of like the range. So whenever you're talking about tannins, you're talking about the drying sensation you get in your mouth, but it's the acidity. If it's a really acidic wine, you're gonna feel it like
round out.
and like
The
almost
wine.
like coat your mouth with saliva.
Like it
and then
makes
come
you-
back and say,
It rehydrates your mouth.
yes.
We also
That's
smelled it
what
before we
balance.
ate. And so I think it
That's fair.
balances really well with the meal.
Yes.
It's delicious. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, I found the minerals work the best. Even though the sauce is pretty powering,
Mhm.
the sauce kind of drove this one. Maybe. What do you think if we should have did a younger white bird with a little bit more of that younger body?
I think it
with the
would've.
acid.
And we talked about this during the season too. I think it would have. Some wines need to be drank by themselves. Some need to be with food. This
Oh,
one,
talk to me.
this one
Good
needs
night.
to be by itself. It's so
Okay.
like I
think
This
this
is-
would be like if you had like a little lemon, a little creamy to this pasta.
Yeah.
A little bit.
you're not wrong.
With this wine, it would be like even better.
Yeah.
Even more.
Okay,
It's liquid a
so
little
what do
bit.
you think if it would have been just like lemon shaving,
Like a
maybe,
little lemon
or
zest?
Yeah, I
just
think that's what
I
we
would
could
say
do.
Yeah. I
You
think
know,
it'll-
just
It would have
like-
lifted it a little bit
Yeah.
and not made it so heavy competing with this.
I would even say Italian herbs could go well with it too. It's gonna sound
Ooh.
weird, opposing, but I think it would work.
like a little basil.
You sure?
like oregano, some
Well,
thyme.
I
A
don't
little
know.
bit, not overpowering, but I think it would be
I'm
okay.
not
Yeah,
gonna question
you-
her because she gets all the pairings.
I know,
Right.
but for me, I feel like you would have to use it in minuscule
Yeah.
amounts.
Which I mean, you normally do
especially-
in herbs.
Yeah.
Because you can't use a lot. But I think it would go okay because it would give it like the tertiary flavors that this is kind of giving off. So, I don't know.
Whatever you say, Kay.
Qualifications.
I'm
secondly,
IR Team K.
Okay.
I dig that.
any qualifications. I think it's okay. That's all I got.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, sorry listeners, I will set my food aside because now it is time to strictly
just enjoy
enjoy
it.
this
Just enjoy
wine.
the wine.
It's good.
I mean, are y'all smelling the creamy note to it, like in that nose?
I'm getting a little more kettle corn,
Kettle corn.
Yeah,
some butter.
I didn't know.
yeah,
that was an
some
option.
kettle corn, popcorn.
I mean, now that you say that, sure.
Yeah.
I think I need like a list of what it possibly
So
could
creamy,
be
count-
to be able to identify.
creamy is also not like
Here
a,
goes
a
nothing.
go-to word.
What do you?
Okay, show us
Yeah, how do
your.
you smell creamy?
It's like no
Oh. Deb, were you planning this?
No, but it did work out.
Look,
game.
It's like
I think it's like an
A
E.
party.
it's an aroma wheel.
Okay.
Like we love accommodation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an aroma wheel. It's from Wine Folly.
Okay.
Oh,
Please sponsor us. It would be great.
you should
Okay.
Pick me, girl.
So I'll tell you what I'm. Well, you already kind of said what your
What you like?
mineral.
I like it.
So
Are you getting the limestone?
you're saying this is earthy.
I'm always getting the limestone.
Tasted some limestone in France, and this is what I'm tasting.
Yeah, the Blanc de Blanc.
Okay, so you're saying earthy mineral.
Yes.
See, I don't know what wet chalk tastes like.
You don't.
I
Have you lived?
Man, what are you doing?
or crushed gravel. So I don't know how to
Like
accurately
Okay.
describe that
Okay.
taste.
I
I guess
guess
I was a weird kid, but
it's smelling
how much?
stuff, right? So like your kid's drawing chalk. Like, do you taste that?
Well,
I don't know if I
smell.
get my
sidewalk chalk, specifically the pink one.
Yeah.
The blue's totally different.
Yeah, the light pink color in question.
And now that's the aroma wheel. That's not the palette.
Yeah,
I get
But
more like
for as you're looking at
you're
that,
driving in a gravel
look
parking lot.
towards more like the.
That's more this than chalk to me.
But how much
I
of
think
taste
what
is
kind of notes
olfactory?
it called?
Right.
You're definitely looking at the
I'm getting more this way.
inward note.
More buttery.
More, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a sour fermented.
Oh, yogurt? Like a Greek yogurt?
Yeah, that's the mallow.
No, but I do.
well,
The
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
they do
We
listen.
did. We did hear that.
Realistic.
So this is where I'm at. This is what I smell. More in this category, the sour fermented.
Butter, curd,
Butter. Yeah.
yogurt. Yeah, but you're not wrong.
Is that?
wrong.
No, he's actually pretty spot on. Though that's
Let's
more.
see it, Bobby.
So
What
how
you
do you
got
play?
for
You
us?
just pick a.
Well, you smell it first.
You
Let's
just
see
pick
that.
How do you play?
Smell it first and be honest with yourself.
Zach
Those are
already
bingo
monopolized
Yeah.
like other flavors. So
Do you have this flavor?
no one chose any fruity.
But do you get fruity from it?
I'm sure. I mean, there's definitely grape involved. So let's see.
So like
Really excited.
some of these white ones, you're gonna get like stone
Yeah.
fruit,
I think
which
you're right.
basically is
Yeah,
peach. Anything that has like a pit in it,
I was thinking a
like
pear,
mango.
So I feel like
pear.
the one we had before was more.
but now that you say
stone
apricot,
Yes.
peach, nectarine,
Yeah.
like your red, just
May-
thinking like cherry.
Mhm.
You probably lose out on the nectarine.
is there a wrong answer?
No, there is.
No. Yes.
Yes, but you'll find out after.
I tell.
We'll grade y'all later.
Say it in the comments. Is Bobby wrong?
The bingo card for marketing.
So for these styles of wines, you should be looking in these two
Uh-huh.
areas.
So I was wrong.
Tropical.
You were on the other side of the spectrum.
That is really cool. I think it'd be really fun to go to like
And fresh green.
a wine tasting with that.
Do it.
Do you bring that?
Come Friday.
Or is that like faux pas? Like,
I mean,
can you put
no.
your
No. Bull has it in.
Is that
Yeah, both.
He has it in the shop.
Yeah, okay.
If we
Order
start
another wine
questioning the
journal.
wine.
All right, we're coming on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We're bringing the
Yeah.
we're bringing the wheels.
Oh,
To the unnamed
Yeah.
place that we don't know.
The
what
unnamed
that
place.
is.
journal.
yeah.
We're going somewhere. We don't know where we're
wine journals, and then we'll pop up a couple bottles open, and
We
we'll
got-
sit in the back.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Sounds
actually,
nice.
I'm pouring. Ooh, scary.
going. We'll be there.
I know. I'm gonna have to do all of my research this
Okay.
week.
Oh dear. So, what I tell people,
Can you throw
how y'all are
it in?
asking if y'all are wrong. But
There is.
what you
Okay.
get is what you,
You
get.
know what it is?
Doesn't matter if I get the
We'll
same
talk.
thing.
Yeah, girl.
And if
Yeah,
you like it,
You know me.
Hellfire.
yeah.
If that's what you get.
Oh
If
no.
that's what you smell, it's just, it's all subjective or objective.
Subjective, I think.
Subjective?
But, yeah,
Okay.
objective would be like.
Thank you.
it's
That would be a
right or
wrong answer, yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay.
and I see, okay, this is me.
I never
Whenever,
claimed to be smart.
whenever I went to
You are very
NASA and they're like, you get
Just
this and this. I'm
English.
like, oh, I taste that. Yes, I taste this. So, like, you're never going to be wrong. Like, if you smell that, you taste that, and you, like, experience it, like,
Well, that was very nice of y'all when y'all sent us with the homework and you were like, this is what you should be getting.
Yeah.
Because we were like trying to actually
find it.
identify those things, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
Great
sometimes
job.
every pallet's not going to be able to decipher
Mhm.
everything. So like whenever we were in the beginnings of our introduction into the wines, I told Kay that there's relatively 3 to 5 principal grape aromas per grape variety.
it's like this
Which
is
is
a
extra
Chardonnay
convenient.
grape. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you're drinking a Sauvignon Blanc or something like that, they're gonna have 3 to 5 specific
You'll
notes.
get
Mhm.
grass, passion fruit.
Lemongrass.
Yeah, stuff like that.
But
That's
And then it has to do with the
So, like,
fermenting process.
when you
of
say it
what
like
the true
that,
flavors
There's
are.
like these
Yeah, there's a
master
lot.
sommeliers, like they're going to be able to smell a wine and tell you the grape variety, the place that it's from.
And the soil.
I'm trying to get there, not like to that level, but more just like, can I tell the regions, right? Like
Mhm.
that's what I'm focusing on. So like, I try to taste French wines. White wine is so much harder to me than red wine. Red wine, I feel like I can pretty much tell you where it's from. White wine's harder for me.
Mhm.
And maybe it's just because I'm not as experienced. in
There's
it,
2
but-
more where I got this from, by the way.
So
I
when you talk about the
know.
soil, do winemakers try to set themselves apart with their soil? Like, is there?
Absolutely.
So like,
They lean into that hard.
that's a big deal. Like, so there's different, it depends where you're at. And you're looking at like France versus Napa Valley. Like Napa Valley has AVAs, which is basically depends on elevation. What's the soil? Like there's a winery and they're specific, they make single vineyards, which basically means this is the plot of grapes I have. I'm only making wine from this plot of grapes. So it can be all the way on a mountain versus all the way on the valley floor. That's going to be totally different. So that plays a big role into these things. And if winemakers, they combine the grapes, they might pick some from the mountains and some from lava rock and different things. So it all plays into how these grapes, how the skin's tougher normally whenever you kind of force a grape, like you're going to grow, but I'm going to make it difficult for you.
Mhm.
It causes more flavor. So that kind of plays more into like, especially whenever you're talking about red grapes, like the tannins and things like that, because it's going to make it more concentrated. The skin's going to be thicker. It's going to have to endure more.
Diversity builds character.
Yeah, exactly.
Flavor line is like the perfect thing. Good job.
They put a lot on the line then in that case, making it so
Yes.
challenging because it's
Because you
challenging
get-
for them to grow it as
You get a
well.
lot less fruit, but you get a much more
Look.
complex and stronger wine.
Some of the best wines in Napa Valley, and I'm sure there's different opinions, but Cow Mountain.
She looked at you both.
I know. I'm okay. I didn't say nothing yet.
But Cow Mountain
Both
is one
Captain
of
Sprays over here.
the, it's one of the harder areas, and there's less territory too. But like that's what makes the grapes so great. I feel like that's probably where we lean towards more.
Mhm.
Cow Mountain.
Yeah. How long? How's peak?
Yeah, I've had wines from Hell Mountain, and there's some that were obviously better than others.
Yeah.
That's like Obsidian. Whenever I tried Obsidian the other day, they don't have a Hell Mountain Cade.
Yeah. Cave that had a Cow Mountain.
It wasn't
Obsidian was my thing.
necessarily my favorite,
But you
but
could appreciate.
yeah, but there was some good structure to it.
Mhm.
There was things going on in the wine. It was definitely not something to look over, but in retrospect, I wouldn't take a glass if it offered.
You wouldn't take it if offered?
Oh,
Oh, that's a bold statement.
yeah.
You just gonna turn your nose up to it? If Zach probably offered you a glass of Obsidian, you'd just be like, no, thank you.
Cade Hell Mountain.
It was okay. I would drink
I
it.
didn't think so.
Like, not worth the calories? Is that what you-
Like,
Not worth the price.
But like, I'd give
Yeah,
it to
girl.
you. No, thank you.
Man, uh,
Yeah.
Like, it's a
Yeah.
gift. It's
whenever
An insult.
go to your someone's
Good. Know your audience, I guess.
and
okay.
he skipped over the stepping point that most people take is like they get into New World ones and then they go, especially I'm gonna say here, where we're from. But
well, a lot of places, everybody usually starts out on California or Washington or Oregon or New York or any of those places. I totally skipped over that. But I didn't have time to study that. There was no need to study that. So I guess I
Went straight to
just,
France.
yeah, I just never
You
had.
started plans, yeah.
No.
Oh.
Well, no, I started off at more like clerk of the law. Like,
yeah, that's a whole different.
I started off with some very well executions of wine. So I guess my appreciation isn't there. But that's okay because not everybody has the same appreciation for the wines that I drink.
I've seen you
it's just-
sell Mapicabs.
And I don't do bad at it because I know what the wines are. Now, the reason that I say I'm not going to take a glass even if it's offered is because I don't want to waste that person's wine.
Somebody else's.
I know I'm not going to enjoy this. So I would rather you enjoy it or offer it to someone else who will.
That's so kind.
And like,
The better way to look at it.
yeah, it's not me being
Yeah.
prejudiced or turning my nose up to anything. It's just ultimately I'm not trying to waste your wine because I know I'm not going to enjoy myself while I do it either.
So this wine in particular, like, what does it run for a bottle? How is it
was
procured?
What, 150?
This was 105.
Oh.
And she was delicious.
She was.
And I'm
It's
going
a
to
she.
call her a she.
That is a she.
Whether that's
I
right or not,
agree that it was a she.
I tell you what, but
Yeah.
she's not a she that wears a short dress. She's a she that wears that old dress. She
long
has,
one?
yeah,
Mm,
she's seen some things,
She's experienced.
She's got curlier than her hair. Tracy.
I like it. I like the curl.
I'm gonna cut us off there before we get any further. We're gonna move on to the next course.